Good morning, all. Suburban Sentinel here with some political commentary. A few days ago, I was reading about this situation that's been getting a lot of ink that is apparently called upskirting. Now, I had never heard of this before, but these deviants go around with their smartphone camera gizmos taking photographs up women's skirts in public. Now, there's a case that came out of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the facts of which are as follows, and this is highly oversimplified. This deviant SOB was caught doing this on public transportation. He was prosecuted under the Massachusetts Peeping Tom law, was convicted, and his conviction was recently overturned by the Massachusetts Supreme Court on the ground that the law was written such that it was inapplicable to the case at bar. First, I want to say I am in no way being critical of the courts in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I believe their Supreme Court acted properly. Now, that doesn't make it right, but what I think this case does is it highlights a bigger problem with our culture, and that is we are increasingly dependent upon government to regulate every aspect of our society. Obviously, this upskirting is so far beyond our social norms, it is completely unacceptable. In the old days, someone engaging in that type of deviant behavior in public could count on a good ass whooping. A lady who is accompanied by a gentleman would normally send that type of perpetrator home with his teeth in his pocket. In addition, an unaccompanied lady could usually count on gentlemen bystanders to intervene on her behalf. If the police found intervenors giving the perpetrator a beatdown, the cops would generally look the other way so long as it didn't get too far out of hand. Today, however, we pass more laws for the police to enforce. The citizens are discouraged from acting, and the solution is to always call a government official to intervene. In point of fact, we have raised more than one entire generation of metrosexual men who are discouraged from doing anything other than calling for help. Also, those who intervene could end up facing jail time for using violence to solve problems that we count on the government to do for us. In the previously mentioned Massachusetts upskirting case, the state legislature is being hailed as heroic because they punched through legislation fixing the loophole in the statute in record time. However, in my opinion, I think this is all counterproductive. We pass more laws which we don't have the manpower for the police to enforce. In addition, we don't want the public out there as vigilantes enforcing the law. So essentially, this new law, in my opinion, helps empower these deviants, because if the police aren't around, there's less of a chance of them suffering any consequences. Of course, every society needs laws, but our founding fathers were pretty smart, and they had an overarching policy that we only pass laws when there's a compelling public interest, and our society was unlikely to serve that interest without substantial government intervention. We are increasingly relying upon the government to do that which the people are perfectly capable of doing themselves and doing more effectively than government. As we continue to pass more laws, the people have fewer responsibilities and consequently fewer rights. This is not the American way, or at least it shouldn't be. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Peace, everybody.